I
know
think
what
it
I
was.
heard.
What was on the note that Whitney gave to Brandy? Speaking of integrity,
I don't know.
I
I know
think
what
it
I
was.
heard, but I don't know.
You want to say what you heard?
No.
Okay.
Because honestly, the person that told it to me, I cannot say that they're the most reliable source.
Okay. I have a
I've
feeling.
heard I've heard 3 or 4 different stories about that. And the truth is, unless Brandy says it, nobody will ever know.
Wow.
You know, Whitney was her mentor.
True.
She's never going to betray that woman. And people should stop trying to get her to.
She
Whatever
loved
happened
her.
to Whitney, Brandy ain't never going to get over it. That was a huge loss for her on so many levels. And whatever divisiveness was going on behind it, she's still a part of that system. And all she's trying to do is be a good mother and a good artist and
Yeah.
move on with the rest of her life. And I think there's certain things we don't need to know.
Okay. That was a message just for her anyway, so I get it.
Like
Okay.
that would be like my favorite aunt handed me something and then she passed away and then people want me to share it. It was special. It was for me. Like, for instance, what started this whole truth telling
I'm
journey?
dead.
As long as they think you're young and dumb, they're going to spend the cash.
Man, go sit down. Go sit down.
Media trainers have been training older artists to lie and say they were as much as 10 years younger than they were. It's all to sell you records, to sell you a image. But what I do know is I was born in 1977. And in 1981, I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Now, Beyonce was born in 1981. I don't know how that picture of her standing up almost hip high to her mother happened. Like I said, it was the largest infant I ever seen in my life. And that was in Vibe magazine. And
Damn. Somebody.
I'm like, pictures from the family, 1981. But they saying she was born in 81. Why are they saying she was born in 81 and she's 4 years old in this picture?
Right.
She looked at least 4 years old in the picture. But see, this is how sloppy they are because they know all they have to do is write it down and people will believe it.
Oh, put it in Google, like just like when you Google Lori Harvey's name, it says her dad is Steve Harvey. That's her stepdad. That's not
Americans
no.
are the laziest music listeners and enthusiasts I've ever seen in my life. You want to see real fans? Go overseas. They wait till you're finished singing a song to clap. They don't
Wow.
holler, they don't heckle, they don't yell. They're there to see you. They want the experience. People want to know why American performers prefer performing overseas because people actually care about the art. See, in America, it's the dog and pony show. It's all
Yeah.
the dog and pony show. It's all the bells and whistles. It don't matter how bad the artist sounds as long as there's pyro. It
True.
don't matter how whack the music is as long as they have naked. Like, it's so easy to trick Americans into
True.
believing that they wanted something fly. That's how we got to mumble rap. How is that? That's like a jumbo shrimp. Mumble rap.
Yeah. Like, how do
Rap
we get there?
Rap
Yeah.
means it's the art of the gift of gab. You ain't gabbing shit no more. It's a vibe, yo. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I remember the last time I heard a nigga running around talking about it was a vibe. He was high on mushrooms
No,
and
not.
acid. So it's a vibe. It's
Wait,
oh God, I need some water.
wait,
You know
wait a
what I
minute.
mean? Like, it's
Wait a minute. They said, do you have John BT? What happened with John B?
who?
The R&B singer John B, the white guy from back in the day.
What
What
about
happened?
John B?
They
I
kept
ain't
they
never had
kept
no problem with John B.
Oh, okay. They kept mentioning his name for some
No, I
reason.
love John B. John B is the homie. For
Okay.
real. He the homie and he's a good dude, but I also thought he got a raw deal. He's always been urban, he's always had edge, he's always liked black girls. I just think that they
The
spend
whole
too much
picture
time
because
making
it's one-sided, first of all. So that's why I say it's nobody's, like, how it's like you're telling stories. Is kind of like she's kind of like egging these people to like come out and be honest. right? And if you listen to my last podcast, this Jaguar Wright right here is how I found out about Rachel Dolezal. The Rachel Dolezal story that was on Netflix. And like I already said in the other podcast, I felt like, number one, I'm a person that I peep a lot of stuff, right? I feel like this was an advertisement video. Okay? Well, of course, one thing people know about people in media and social media and the characteristics of people is that people are into celebrities and celebrity info and celebrity news and celebrities' lives and all of this stuff. And it's like, it just made me think of Joe Budden with when he was talking about like podcasts and why he quit, I believe, Spotify. And he was basically like, these motherfuckers, these niggas is listening. And I told y'all I don't want to say the N-word. I should have said these N's. But he said niggas, right? So he was like, they gonna listen as long as I'm talking. Right? So, and correction, Joe Budden, no they ain't. Because very rarely have I ever sat through a whole Joe Budden podcast. And I'm not, no tea, no shade, just my truth, okay? Not saying they boring, but I believe I did sit through those Spotify ones because I was like, okay, that was my way of doing a little podcast research right there. That's why I was watching that video. Anyway, it took me to him saying that, and it was like, how much or what? Like, to me, it was like, number one, I feel like the goal had to be, how long can I make a video and keep people watching, or how many people will actually watch the whole video. So in my mind, I believe that she's doing some type of gauging of people and how many people that she will like listen, or can she get to listen, because that's the way I think. This is what's going on, people. I think this whole thing is an advertisement. And I think this is her way of getting herself on. Okay? I believe that she feels like she's cracked the code to the matrix in the music industry. So much so that she's putting herself on, right? To me, like, when I see her videos, it's like, oh, what's she saying now? And so I've seen quite a few, pop up